You know, I don't normally ice fish. I don't normally open water fish with an ice rod, but sometimes with a kayak it's fun. Uh-oh, uh-oh. We might be onto something here, guys. Okay. There's another. Let's get them in the bottom of the kayak for now. With all this rain, there's enough water. It was your big friends, huh? He's a little too small. That one hit it on the way down. So I'm guessing maybe it's a little bigger. Not much. Probably should just put on a wrap. Do some casting as aggressive as these guys are right now. Don't often get a chance to cast with my ice rod, so gotta take advantage of it. This guy feels really little. Well, he's just swimming up with it. Cookie cutters. So these perch aren't moving much, but they're moving just enough where I gotta keep on top of things and drop the camera down every once in a while to see where they went. Seems like it's been about really a 20-yard circle here. You guys having fun? You guys warm? I hope so. There's one on the normal size rod. I think they might have moved again. Psych. Just kidding. Yeah, they're still here. Oh, and he got off. I was just about to say that was a nicer one. Whenever you lose a fish, it instantly becomes the nicest one you had all day. Whether that's true or not, no one really knows. How many times do you bounce your Rapala around until it gets unhooked? I usually do like 7, and then I'll actually try to grab it with my hand. See, there it is, 7th time. 7 times the charm. There we go. There's a nicer fish right there, guys. That's probably the one I lost, because the one I lost was big. Ouch! That's why I hate treble hooks too. Inhaled it. Look at that, just right in the choppers there. It doesn't help, but I cannot feel my fingers. But they're a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer fish. I'm just gonna leave you guys there and put you on the stringer in a minute. You okay with that? There we go. I will say this, if you're fishing with treble hooks, bring pliers. Actually, if you're fishing period, bring pliers. Well, that battery, you guys right there, almost dead. We've been on for 13 minutes. We are gonna blow through the batteries today. Cold and rainy. I usually bring like 12, 13 batteries. And I don't usually go through that many, but when it's a cold day like today, or if you're ice fishing, you'll go through a bunch. Hey, settle down. Well, today fishing wise didn't go, well, I don't know if it went not as planned. It just was rainier than I'd like. Oh, and I just dropped the fish in the rock. I fished out of the kayak in about 6 to 10 feet of water. Caught 30 to 40 perch, kept about 15, and now we're gonna eat some. I have a little egg and milk, a little Cajun shore lunch that we made up. It's not shore lunch, but we're having a shore lunch. My oil is ready behind us here. It's excited. Me too. Fished in about 6 to 10 feet of water. I had the aqua glue down and just would drift over until I found the school of perch and sit on them for a while. Right away they were really hitting the slab wraps, and then I went to actually it was so rainy I didn't film this, but I switched over to a drop shot and caught a bunch of perch with a drop shot with a little piece of worm on it. Okay, if I was going to give you any advice for fishing Lake Cascade for perch, it is mid-May. The water temperature was 50 to 51 degrees where I was catching fish. That's not surface temperature. That's where the fish were, so about 6 feet down. We'll eat it. Oh, can you guys smell that? Actually, for my Minnesota fans, Minnesota family and fans, probably mostly family, fishing openers today back in the great state of Minnesota, and the ice barely got off in time, I've heard. But this is a Minnesota tradition, not just a Minnesota tradition, but fresh fish shore lunch. Anyway, if I was going to give you advice for fishing Lake Cascade, I checked a lot of different spots. The first spot I was in, which is a very common, a lot of guys know about it, it's a spot you can shore fish. Water temperature 51 degrees. They were just stacked in there. It was a muddy bottom, wasn't sand. When I fished sand, fish were really spread apart. If that helps you out. So it is that time of year though when it's a great time to troll. If you haven't watched our videos on how to troll Lake Cascade, I'm sure I'll put a link here somewhere, but you can cover a lot of ground, find active fish. When I went out to sand in areas where I normally troll, fish were just kind of spread out all over. And I will say this, fish taste a lot better if you haven't washed your hands all day. Some of this here I double dipped in the batter, so you can see it's kind of depends on your preference. That's a little more batter on there. This here is a little bit lighter on the batter. Hot. Oh. Man. It's hard to beat. What's your favorite fish? For frying like this, it is hard to beat. Perch, walleye, crappie, bluegill. Potatoes. Like they were made for each other. All right, walk with me here. Look at this. Fresh fish, caught this morning. Eating it, and this is my view. You know, a little bit of peace and quiet away from the routines of life sometimes can do the body a lot of good. So with a mouthful of fish, it was a weird day. Kind of tough to film with that much rain. I had fun. Hopefully you got a small picture of what the morning was like, and hopefully you enjoyed it. But hey, you guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. See you later.